Okay, TikTok, let's talk about it. I just had a really surreal moment. So I started doing a new segment on LinkedIn. If you don't follow me on LinkedIn, go follow me on LinkedIn. Angelo Roberts Jr., founder of Source. But what I have found in doing this segment on LinkedIn is that time is not only finite in regards to how much work you can actually get done, but exactly what that means in how much work you can actually get done. I know that sounds like a conundrum. I was recording today. I was breaking down how information gathering, information storing, and then acting upon that information works, right? So currently we are trying to find speaking conferences for a client that they can speak at. We have to come up with 30 to 40 different conferences that they can submit to. So the very first step in this entire task, if you will, of coming up with 30 to 40 conferences that someone can speak at is actively going out to find what conferences people can speak at. So let's just think about that. The time it takes to find one conference. How long do you think it would take you to find one conference, right? You can type in conferences in Google, whatever, right? You can just type in conferences. But now, the more conferences you add, the less conferences that are coming up on the first page of Google or within any search results that you're using. Okay, TikTok, let's talk about it. I just had a really surreal moment. So I started doing a new segment on LinkedIn. If you don't follow me on LinkedIn, go follow me on LinkedIn. Angelo Roberts Jr., founder of Source. But what I have found in doing this segment on LinkedIn is that time is not only finite in regards to how much work you can actually get done, but exactly what that means in how much work you can actually get done. I know that sounds like a conundrum or very confusing, but let me explain. How long does it take you to do one thing? Like if we were sending an email or changing the title of something in Canva or on Adobe or just making a small edit to a video project, how long does that take you? For the general part, let's just call it somewhere between 30 seconds and 5 minutes, right? But that's not the issue. Usually when we're working on a task, that 30-second to 5-minute singular thing is compounded by the amount of different things in that same one task that have to be done. So let me just give you the example of where I really kind of got into this mindset. In this segment, one of the very first ones it would still take you 40 minutes to find 40 names. This is not to mention that we still have to find the speaker submission page, the location of the actual event, and the dates of the event, and then actively record this information into a log, in this case, spreadsheet. So let's say all in all, at the very fastest rate possible, in order to get 30 to 40 names along with their location, their date, the speaker submission link, all of that, let's say that's going to take you 1 hour. It takes you 30 seconds to find, all of the information, and then it takes you another 30 seconds to input all of that information. Already a very dauntingly hard task to complete. But let's just say you happen to manage those numbers. That task still took you 1 hour. So in reference to an 8-hour workday, you only have 7 hours left. From the business owner perspective or a corporate worker perspective, you have 7 hours left, and that's not counting meetings. That's not counting actual deep work or research that you might have to do for other tasks. And then not to mention if you're in an office and you're distracted by a coworker, or if you're at home and distracted by your home life, that's going to make that task take a lot longer. So I really took all of this time to say, you have to use your time wisely, and you only get to complete maybe 3, 4, 5 tasks in a day. Like in a true day, actual task completions, things that aren't meetings, things that aren't fluff, you only get maybe 5 things that you can complete in a single day because of how long it takes to get one thing done. So don't stress yourself on what you're not doing. Focus on making sure that those 5 things that you're doing are bringing you immense value.